Travis Hunter Jr., born May 18, 2003, is an American football cornerback and wide receiver for the Colorado Buffaloes. He was the Heisman Trophy winner in 2024. Known for his two-way playing ability, Hunter was also the first player in college football history to win both the Chuck Bednarik and Fred Biletnikoff awards. He previously played for the Jackson State Tigers, where he was the highest-ranked prospect to ever commit to a Football Championship Subdivision (FCS) school. Travis is estimated to have a net worth of around $1 to $3 million. This comes primarily from his NIL, name, image, and likeness, deals, endorsements, and social media influence. His NIL valuation is among the highest for college athletes, reflecting his on-field talent and marketability. Early life. A native of West Palm Beach, Florida, Hunter moved to Georgia in 8th grade. He attended Collins Hill High School in Sewanee, Georgia, where he played cornerback and wide receiver for the Eagles. As a sophomore, he led Gwinnett County with 7 interceptions while recording 49 receptions for 919 yards and 12 touchdowns. As a junior, Hunter made 8 interceptions and 51 tackles in addition to catching 137 passes for 1,746 yards and 24 touchdowns, earning Max Prep's Georgia Player of the Year honors. He also set Gwinnett County single-season records in receptions, receiving yards, and receiving touchdowns, leading the Eagles to a 12-3 record and an appearance in the Class 7A state title game. As a senior, Hunter recorded 76 receptions for 1,128 yards and 10 touchdowns on offense and 23 tackles, 4 interceptions, and a forced fumble on defense even after missing 5 games due to a midseason ankle injury. In the state title game, he made 10 catches for 153 yards and a touchdown, as well as a forced fumble, to cap off a perfect 15-0 record and Collins Hill's first state championship in school history. In his final high school game, Hunter made 10 catches for 178 yards and 2 touchdowns in their 40-36 defeat to Washington State champs Graham Caphausen in the Geico State Championship Bowl Series. He also broke the Georgia State record in career receiving touchdowns, previously held by Braxton Hicks, with 48. Hunter was selected to play in the 2022 Polynesian Bowl, where he won offensive MVP honors after recording 5 receptions for 54 yards, in addition to an interception on defense. Recruiting. Hunter was considered the number 1 overall recruit by both 247sports.com and Rivals.com, as well as number 2 by ESPN, behind Walter Nolan. After having received a scholarship from Florida State in November 2019, he committed to the Seminoles on March 3, 2020, one day after making his first visit to the school. On December 15, 2021, Hunter flipped his commitment to the Jackson State Tigers, coached by Deion Sanders, a former Florida State cornerback, who recruited him. Hunter became the first 5-star recruit to ever sign with an HBCU or FCS school, with the move being cited as among the most surprising signings in college football recruiting history. Personal life. Hunter's father, Travis Sr., played in the Florida Football Alliance and the Southern States Football League, winning the latter's Offensive Rookie of the Year award in 2007. Hunter Jr. has nil deals with companies such as Greenwood and several of Michael Strahan's brands. He was one of the cover athletes for EA Sports College Football 25, along with Donovan Edwards and Quinn Ewers. Hunter is engaged to his high school sweetheart, Leanna Leaney, and is planning a wedding for May 2025. They host a YouTube channel together. Career. Hunter recorded 2 receiving touchdowns and 2 interceptions in the Jackson State spring game, which was the first HBCU spring game to ever be nationally televised. Hunter made his collegiate debut in Week 1 against Florida A&M, but did not record any statistics. In the win, Hunter sustained an undisclosed injury that kept him out 5 games. Hunter returned in Week 7 victory against Campbell, where he had 4 receptions for 24 yards. In Week 10, Hunter recorded his first collegiate touchdown as well as his first interception against Alabama A&M. In Week 11, Hunter had 2 receptions for a season-high 49 yards and 1 touchdown against Alcorn State. He also recorded an interception for the second consecutive week. In the 2022 Celebration Bowl, Hunter had 4 receptions for 47 yards and 2 touchdowns. As a freshman, Hunter accumulated 19 total tackles, 8 pass breakups, 2 interceptions, 1 fumble recovery, and 1 defensive touchdown in 7 games played. On offense, he added 18 receptions for 188 yards and 4 touchdowns. Hunter transferred to the University of Colorado in 2023, following Jackson State head coach Deion Sanders. In his FBS debut, Hunter played 147 total snaps across offense and defense in a 45-42 upset win over the TCU Horned Frogs. In the win, Hunter had 11 receptions for 119 yards and 3 tackles with an interception on defense. In Week 3, Hunter sustained an injury during Colorado's overtime victory over rival Colorado State that sidelined him for the next 3 games. Hunter returned from injury Week 7 against Stanford, where he hauled in a season-high 13 catches for 140 yards and 2 touchdowns. In Week 8, Hunter caught 2 interceptions against number 23 ranked UCLA. In Week 9, Hunter had 8 catches for 98 yards and a score against number 16 ranked Oregon State. In Week 11, Hunter had 4 receptions for 82 yards and 1 touchdown against Washington State. In the season finale, Hunter caught 8 passes for 107 yards and a touchdown against Utah. On the season, Hunter hauled in 57 receptions for 721 yards and 5 touchdowns. On defense, he recorded 3 interceptions and 30 tackles. He totaled 1,036 snaps, including 437 on offense, 568 on defense, and 31 on special teams, averaging 115.1 per game. He was named a 2023 Consensus All-American and second-team All-Pac-12. Hunter was also named recipient of the Paul Hornung Award. To open the 2024 season, Hunter had 7 receptions for 132 yards and 3 touchdowns in the win over North Dakota State. In the September 21st game against Baylor, Hunter made the game-winning forced fumble at the goal line in a 38-31 overtime thriller. After finishing the regular season playing nearly 1,400 scrimmage snaps on offense and defense, 382 more than any other player in the country, Hunter won the Heisman Trophy. He was the Colorado Buffaloes' second-ever Heisman winner, the first being Rashaan Salaam in 1994. He was also only the second-ever defensive player to win the award, the first since Charles Woodson in 1997. In addition, Hunter was the first player in college football history to win both the Chuck Bednarik Award as the nation's top defensive player and the Fred Biletnikoff Award as the nation's best wide receiver.